last night was probably my best night in a hostel ever as far as sleep. There is actually a guy in my hostel who I think is maybe unstable, and he actually kind of scares me. But I'll talk about him more in a story time, so look out for that. He's gonna need a whole video to himself. Honestly, I like this hostel a lot better than I liked the last one I stayed at, and I thought the last one was fine. And this one even doesn't have the best reviews online, so maybe I'm just getting a bunch of bad hostels, and I don't know what a good hostel is yet, but I really like this one. Today, we're going to Mount Coolum. I think that's how you say it. I'll write it right here just so you can see it in case I'm butchering it. We're gonna just climb to the top, see what we find. Unless I'm just seeing this all wrong, which is completely possible. I'm pretty sure that thing over there that I just showed is where I'm going today. That'll be a beautiful view. I am an idiot. For some reason, I'm wearing all black, and it is really hot. This is like the hottest day I've experienced in Australia so far. This is gonna be a tough one. Okay, I've gotten off the bus. I could have probably jumped on another one to get a little bit closer, but I'm just gonna do like a 20-minute walk through this beautiful area to get there because I don't mind walking. Also met some people on the bus who are very interested that I'm from America and that I'm here traveling the Sunshine Coast. Man, this is just great. I've noticed that traveling alone, people approach you a lot more. They're much more willing to talk to you and open up to you. Magpie, dude, he was staring me down. Also, I've noticed that the people on the Sunshine Coast seem to be very proud of the Sunshine Coast and talk a lot of trash on the Gold Coast. But I don't know, maybe I can see why. Dude, these magpies are like swooping in on me, dude. There's like 3 of them back there. They just like yelled at me. Also, this lady on the bus told me that the Sunshine Coast is starting to become more developed and that they think within 5 to 10 years it's gonna be like the Gold Coast. They're already putting in another international airport up here from what she said. So if you want to see the Sunshine Coast while it's still not overdeveloped and there's much more nature, do it as soon as you can because it might not last that much longer. People passing just told me that the path is closed up here. You can't go all the way up because they're doing maintenance. But you can get about halfway up and you can still get a pretty nice view. It's really unfortunate. But I know a little drone who can go up and get the rest of the view for me. Hope you guys liked that drone footage. It was kind of hard to see because there's nowhere that's like shady here. I had to just be in the sun, so it was kind of hard to see what I was getting. Also, something else happened I'll tell you about when I get to the bottom here so that nobody can hear me, but it's an interesting story. Alright guys, so here's what happened with the drone. There's 2 different types of people in the world with drones, and this is just a story of why I always am so iffy when I'm flying drones in Australia. I'm always so cautious about trying to find a place where there's not a lot of people and it's kind of secluded. So if you're ever wondering why I'm always doing that, this is why. When I got the drone out, a woman and her boyfriend, or I don't know, I assume it was her boyfriend, were walking by, and she was like my age. She was really excited about the drone. She was like, oh, that's so cool. She asked me if I was a YouTuber. I told her I was and told her my channel. She said she's gonna check it out. She can't wait to see the shots. It was a very cool experience. Then not 2 minutes later, I have the drone up in the air, and I'm in a secluded area, as secluded as I can get on this path on a mountain, and out of nowhere, this woman tracked me down, same age as the other woman, over, and she just goes, "Are you recording?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, delete it, I don't want to be on your film." And I said, "I'm not recording you." I was trying to be very polite about it. I was like, "I'm not recording you, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm just recording the beach." And she said, "I don't care, I don't want to be on your film, delete it, delete it." And she was pretty much yelling at me. She was being very stern about it, and honestly, it just came off really rude. I was not trying to record her. This is just another example of someone who's probably never actually seen drone footage, because if you've seen drone footage, you know that even if I did accidentally record her, she would look like an ant. You wouldn't even be able to tell it was her. It's honestly really aggravating, and I've noticed that in Australia especially, a lot of people seem to have problems with drones. There's lots of restrictions here. That's why it's so hard for me to get the drone up. I really want to get back to the Philippines, where everyone actually seems to love drones and will run toward you and want to watch you fly it and be in the video. I don't understand what the big deal is. Nobody is spying on you. You can't even tell it's you. Alright, I'm gonna walk to the beach now. It's like an hour walk, but I might as well walk and get some steps in, because to wait on the bus, it's gonna take even longer to get there because the bus doesn't come for a while. I ran for part of this. Man, it's hot. I'm sweating so hard. I have sunscreen on, but I still feel my skin burning. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to just go to the Australia Zoo, take a break from all this walking. Walking to this beach, I've somehow ended up like in the middle of nowhere, but it's beautiful. Middle of nowhere back home in Indiana would just be like ugly fields, nothing to see. But here it's like mountains, there's horses, even this road back here, like it looks really scenic. Australia, good job. Google right now has me on a path that seems very sketchy. This definitely feels like somebody's private property. I'm not trying to get in trouble here, but it won't give me any other routes. So I'm not really sure how to get there if I don't go this way. Let's see. Well, it looks like it stops anyway. Alright, we're gonna have to make up our own route. I'm pretty sure this is somebody's property. So unless I'm crazy, it looks like Google said the beach is in the wrong spot. Like it's not on the right spot on the map. So I'm making my own map. I looked up the name of the beach, Coolum Beach. I looked up Coolum Beach map on images, and I found places that say it's in a different spot than what Google Maps says. So I'm gonna go to that spot. Still a little ways down there, but I see the beach. If I learned anything today, it's to not always trust Google Maps. Get a second opinion. Feels like I came full circle, because as soon as I got here, I'm almost at the beach. It's right there, I can hear it. As I'm walking by the bus stop, I hear these people go, "There's our happy traveler." And I look, and it's the people I met on the bus coming up here at the beginning of the day. They're taking the bus back now. Oh, it's been full circle, but I'm finally here. I didn't even know that this lookout that I'm going to is here. I didn't know that this path, this extremely scenic and beautiful path to this random lookout that I don't even know what's called, was even here. All the research I did, this is amazing. Every day of traveling here seems to be me finding something I had no idea even existed and going on a crazy adventure. This is just everything I hoped it would be and more. It's like a dream. Crazy, man. The coast just goes and goes and goes. I mean, I know it's a coast. Like, where does that end? I guess right there when it gets all the way around Australia. Wow, it's just unbelievable. It's all so beautiful. From up there, you can literally see, guys said they were called eagle rays. They're a type of like, they look kind of like stingrays, but they're not. And some people were saying that you can watch for whales here. They're migrating. It's just so beautiful. I've got a lot of hours left. I'm done with everything way sooner than expected. Again, it's only 2 p.m. So I think I'm gonna go down there to these rocks right there and just sit and enjoy the sound of the ocean, look for eagle rays, just hang out. In between all these rocks, there are some incredible hidden little beaches with like 1 or 2 people on them. Like nice little hidden in plain sight beaches. That's what I would call a dream drone flight. Of course, like I said yesterday, I'm still getting better with the drone. I'm not amazing with it yet. I'm not trying any crazy stunts yet, but we'll get there. So what I think I've learned is that to get good drone shots here in Australia, you just have to go kind of far out of the way where there's not a lot of people, which is actually fine because it forces me to go find amazing stuff like this that wasn't even on my itinerary, didn't even know about it. My one true love. I kind of felt it in the Philippines, places like Guimaras, El Nido a little bit, but now I know what it is. It's giant rocks or boulders on beaches. It's incredible. And if the waves weren't so high, you'd know I'd be jumping off of these things right now, right into the water. I love it. If you guys know any more beaches, it doesn't matter the country, it doesn't matter. Any more beaches like this that have huge rocks sticking out or boulders, things like that, in the beach. Even better if it's not too much of a surf, that's what they call it, right? Not too much waves, nice and calm, so I can jump in. Let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely add them to the list. Hey guys, if you want to go to that part of the beach that I was at, just get off at this stop. The bus number is 620 and it goes to and from Noosa. Back to Mululaba. Today has been one of the best days in Australia by far. Even though there were some downs, there were plenty of ups, and the ups were pretty good. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.